Welcome to another interesting video from our one and only Wode. Welcome guys, and thank you so much my returning subscribers. God bless you all. Please, if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe and be part of the T1 family. I really do appreciate you all guys. Thank you so much and God bless you all. Keep watching.
One in every 5 Africans is a Nigerian by nationality. And I described it as the African heat. And SARS has gone underground, is in comatose, and the government thinks that it has solved the problem. No. That was a statement by young Nigerians that we are dissatisfied, that there are certain things that we want done. I hope that the administration in Nigeria will, in a very programmatic manner, begin to address those issues. And when I say the day Nigeria wakes up, if you have 250 million people, some of the most educated men and women in the world are Nigerians. There are more Nigerian doctors in the United States of America and the United Kingdom than there are in Nigeria. There are Nigerian engineers, there are Nigerian teachers, there are Nigerian business people. I mean, Nigeria is the engine. The Nigerian population is larger than the population of all ECOWAS countries combined. That tells you that if you make Nigeria great, it will be a magnet. And that is why I think deliberate effort must be made to make Nigeria stable. And Nigeria must also be renegotiated so that these tensions, I want the central administration to listen to what Nnamdi Kanu'S is saying. I want them to listen to what the Oduduwa is saying. I want them to listen to what the men are saying. Because when you have a conflict in your house with your children, what do? Do you beat them? You do stop talking to them? You call them at a table and you ask them, it is in our best interest that we retain this thing, but what is it that you don't like? And if you do that in humility, then you will listen to the people and restructure your country in a manner that makes it sustainable. It is doable. I remember those of you who are spiritually inclined, on the day that God was creating man, there was a conversation. He asked, and let us create man in our own image. There was a conversation in the heavens. Why can't we have a conversation here on earth?
I believe in self-determination. Self-determination via the route of a referendum. There are people who may canvass for Nigeria to continue the way it is presently constituted. There are people who may even want to suggest restructuring. But we must bear one thing in mind. The same people that rejected restructuring in 1967 and 1968 are the same protagonists who are today still rejecting restructuring, by which I mean the British government and the Fulani Janjaweed Caliphate. They do not want it, they cannot grant it, because they think it will be detrimental to their survival or to their hegemonic tendencies within Nigeria. Therefore, I will recommend, or I will suggest personally, that people are entitled to hold whatever view they feel they are comfortable with. But for us, it is self-determination via referendum. And I do hope and pray that, who knows, one day our children may vote to have Oduduwa and the Biafra nation, one as a southern, whatever they may call it, I'm sure it's not going to be Nigeria, and to decide to run their lives the way they see fit. Restructuring cannot work because Nigeria has very faulty and shaky foundations. It cannot work because there are competing and divergent value systems. It cannot work unless we are deceiving ourselves. The borders are open in the north. They closed semi-border, but the borders in the north are open for all manner of, very desperate and evil people to troop into the country, to rape, to massacre, to pillage. No one is talking about it. You're talking about disparity in terms of our concept, our understanding of how a society is supposed to function. I'm absolutely flabbergasted that some people that I have regard for in terms of the intellect can come on this platform and be debating how to keep Nigeria warm with all the inbuilt anomalies in place. You can't go to beg Fulani for restructuring. They won't give it to you. You have to price it away from them. That's what Ganadam is talking about. You need to take it away from them. They're not going to sit down and say, oh, come and take it. Ochuku went for restructuring and they said no. What makes anybody in their right senses think they can give it to you now unless you have a very equitable leverage to wield? Once you do not have that leverage, you cannot get restructuring. And that leverage is self-determination. Without it, you cannot get anything. It's hard time to understand this, you know. I'm absolutely shocked. Look at what's happening in Obibo. You want me to be in a country where a madman like Wike can get up in the morning and decide to slaughter people. And the slaughter is going, even right now, this very minute, people are being killed in Obibo. And you want us to somehow subscribe to this useless, corrupt entity called Nigeria. Who created Nigeria in the first place? Who created Nigeria? Let me ask you. Who did? Did any of these people now talking today, do you have any impute as to where Nigeria is supposed to be? What is wrong with self-determination? What is wrong with referendum? In Britain, you have an autonomous Scotland, you have autonomous Wales, you have autonomous Northern Ireland, you have autonomous England. What is wrong with that, for goodness sake? Sometimes I'm shocked the way we reason in Africa. It is absolutely shocking. What is it? What is the incentive for anybody to subscribe to One Nigeria? I ask. There is absolutely none, none whatsoever. You are in a country where you have a people who they have this sense of entitlement. You know, we have to determine what happens. You go to NNPC, it's only Fulani people there. You go to customs, only Fulani people there. You go to immigration, only Fulani there. You go to the army, the high echelon, it's only Fulani there. Air Force, Navy, oh, come on, for goodness sake. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. Nigeria is unworkable. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. I am not for restructuring. I am for the outright breakage of Nigeria, the same way we were before the white man came. And I make no apologies about that in any way, shape, or form. Now, there are people who may want to, for reasons of nostalgia or kind of hankering back to the past, they saw 1960, people were out on the streets, they were dancing, they were making merry, there were high hopes for Nigeria. I mean, I can excuse them. But the reality today is that you have Fulani, a very virulent and dangerous Fulani Janjaweedism on the march. They want Ruga. They want to take our waterways. I mean, oh, come on. Nigeria is unworkable, can never work, and will never, ever work. The best way for us is self-determination. If they feel that they have the superiority, so to speak, or they have the upper ground in terms of the validity of the argument, they should come out and debate with us. What is wrong with a referendum? If you claim that a majority of the people want to remain in one Nigeria, then let's have a referendum. Let's determine it once and for all. How come via a referendum, Atiku became a Nigerian citizen? Why should I not be allowed to exercise the same right that Atiku actually exercised before being allowed into Nigeria? What is wrong with that? I mean, these double standards I cannot understand. Let's cut to the chase. The only thing holding Nigeria together is the oil and gas in Biafra land. And for the sake of that oil and gas, Biafrans are being killed right now as I speak. Wike is carrying out his genocide in Obibo right now. The day we rise up in anger, misunderstand us. But right now that this genocide is happening, no one is doing anything about it. I cannot be in a country with people who do not see any evil, they hear no evil, and they condone evil. I cannot be in the same country. Heaven knows I cannot be in the same country with these people. If there is any need for us, I would prefer a situation whereby those of us in the South will get together and say enough is enough. And until we make that categorical stand, believe you me, this nonsense will continue. The South, the Yoruba, the Igbo, and of course, a very significant presence we have in the South should be able to come together to say enough is enough. You don't beg Fulani. If you beg them, they will drive you into your grave. We need to stand up and say enough is enough. If you don't do this, if you don't do A, we do B. As simple as that. Why should we beg them? Who are these people that were begging them? All the time is begging, pleading. And as Ganadam said, come 2022, they'll start talking about elections. They want to see the future of their children in Asorok running all over the place, either as SSA or as secretary to the government. All these debates about restructuring will just go through the window. But our consistency over the years has proven time and time again that self-determination is the way to go. And there is one thing that will make it absolutely critical that we sustain this very drive. And there is the unity and camaraderie between the East and the West, between the Igbos and the Yorubas. And when we say the Igbo, that means encompassing everybody who's in the East and, of course, our Yoruba brethren in the West. Once we are together, believe you me, Fulani will panic and they will give us what we want.